What happened to Doctor Who? What happened? It's been 3 months since I've uploaded on this channel and 3 months since this. And the fandom at the moment seems to be all kinds of negative, and my feelings towards Doctor Who at the moment are just a bit meh. In the 3 months that have passed since the latest season of Doctor Who, we haven't had any news really. The only real news we've had is that Billie Piper said her casting was last minute. We still don't know if she's a doctor. The spin-off show, The War Between the Land and the Sea, was supposed to come out this year but has been delayed until next year. And there is still no comment from Disney if they will continue producing the show with the BBC. Even though there were so many comments from Russell and, other higher-ups at Doctor Who saying, oh, we'll get confirmation as to whether Disney continues with Doctor Who or not after season 2 aired. We're still waiting. And I understand these things take time. You're talking money, distribution. There's a lot of conversations to be had. But when they say after season 2, I guess they're not lying. It could mean anywhere from when season 2 ended until the end of the universe is when we'll get confirmation on if there's a season 3 of Doctor Who. But even all of that doesn't necessarily get me down. I think Billie Piper is a fantastic actress, and yes, she could be the Doctor. Should she be the Doctor? That's a separate conversation, but she's a fantastic actress. Moving the spin-off show to next year, sure, I guess we still get to have yearly Doctor Who then. That's fine. But what has got me down is that this new era of Doctor Who, or RTD2 as the fans like to call it, felt like this era promised so much and didn't deliver on that promise. In November 2023, I made a video called The Rise of Doctor Who, and you guys seem to really like it. It's one of my best performing videos on the Crispy Pro channel. And now, and the reason I'm making this video today is because there are comments there saying, oh, this video aged like milk. Yeah, and I think it did. In that video, The Rise of Doctor Who, I talk about all of the exciting things that were happening for Doctor Who, because there truly were so many exciting things. Because I was so excited for the show. I've been a fan of the show for forever now, but there are a lot of fans that kind of checked out during Capaldi, checked out during 13, and in 2022, it kind of looked like there was a period that maybe Doctor Who would go on hiatus again. The final script page of The Power of the Doctor just had the screen fading to black. There was no regeneration planned at the end of that. We didn't know if there was going to be another Doctor past Jodie Whittaker. But then to save the day was fan favorite showrunner Russell T Davies, who brought the show back in 2005 and is the reason we kind of had this new era of Doctor Who in the first place, which is why they call it RTD2. He brought fan favorites back like David Tennant and Catherine Tate, and cast new, fresh talents like Ncuti Gatwa, Millie Gibson, Verita Sethu. It was a very exciting time. And then all of a sudden there was this Disney deal which promised worldwide distribution, which meant that more people around the world could watch my favorite show. And they also helped out a little bit financially. And now, less than 2 years after the Star Beast aired, it looks like we might be back in the wilderness years. Are we facing another Doctor Who hiatus? Potentially. Nothing is filmed. We're not really sure if Russell T Davies is still the showrunner. We don't even know who the Doctor is at the moment.
Oh, hello there!
And because of the comments I got recently on the Rise of Doctor Who video, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make a full essay, maybe called like The Rise and Fall of Doctor Who, and I've tried writing it like 5 times and I can never get the words out. But I wanted to hear from the people, so I put out on Twitter and said, why do you think the RTD era of Doctor Who hasn't quite met expectations for some fans? And I got a plethora of responses and some things that I'd never even considered, so I'm gonna read a few of those out today. And if you have thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. What do you think happened to Doctor Who? Too many things set up with no payoff. None of the strong characterization from RTD1's era returned. Too many hype moments with no substance. Hype moments, that's something that comes up a lot. Let's keep going. Quick points are hype moments with no payoff, bad stories, poor characterization. See what I mean? Fix your finales and Christmas specials, and few people would complain. Yeah, a big complaint for this era of Doctor Who were the 2 finales we got in season 1 and season 2, and it's insane that they're called season 1 and season 2 anyway. The 2-part finale, The Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire of Death, for me, I felt like that was incredibly underwhelming. The payoff with Ruby Sunday didn't really feel like a good payoff and a confusing payoff. We don't have to go into that. And the Reality War is also a script that is bizarre. It's a very bizarre story, and it ends with a very divisive cliffhanger in Billie Piper being the new Doctor or whatever she is.
Oh, hello there!
I feel like Wild Blue Yonder is the closest thing to what I wanted RTD to be. The weight of all the years the Doctor had without Donna. Them talking about how so much has changed, showcasing that dynamic in stories with more money and better special effects. And that's an excellent point, and I think credit where credit is due. You know, a lot of people hate on this era. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this era, but in this, 16 episode run or whatever, we've had some of the best, my favorite Doctor Who episodes ever. 73 Yards is a standout for me, but I can understand the argument that it's barely a Doctor Who episode. The Doctor's in it for like 5 minutes. But it's just such a well-directed and well-acted episode. And there's some fun stories in this. Rogue is so much fun. Boom is so much fun. Wild Blue Yonder is one of the greats, if not the highlight of the 6-year specials for me. And so there is good Doctor Who in this era, but I think bringing Russell T Davies back, the man who brought Doctor Who back in 2005 and has hit after hit after hit, I think fan expectations were not here, but like there. And was that unattainable? Maybe. Lack of subtlety, lack of nuance, lazy writing, poor plotting, trashing of the classic era. When did we trash the classic era? Omega? Is that what you... Anyway. Cheap and nasty pop culture, tedious moral sermons, repetition, smugness, clichéness, double standards, contradictory word salad interviews, refusal to take advice, no humility, massive ego. I think John just has a problem with Russell. Just felt directionless, didn't it? Yeah. For me, the number one issue is that this era just doesn't have anything to say. RTD is such a passionate writer, and works like Years and Years and It's a Sin are such angry pieces, in a good way. But with Doctor Who, what gets him out of bed to write it? I honestly couldn't tell you. Wow, harsh truths from Mr. TARDIS there, but that's what I'm saying before, like, with fan expectations being up here, not only are they up here because he did such a good job bringing Doctor Who back in 2005, but he wrote Years and Years and It's a Sin after he left Doctor Who, and those are such powerful pieces. It's a Sin made me cry. It's a beautiful story and a powerful story, and I was expecting that caliber of writing in Doctor Who, and we rarely saw that. Which is weird, because it's possible. So to answer the question, what happened to Doctor Who? As you can see, there are many answers to this. But for me, this era of Doctor Who gave us hype moments and big promises, but most of them fizzled out instead of paying off. People expected a bold, soft reboot of Doctor Who from Russell T Davies, but it truly never hit the heights we all know it was capable of. And that's where I'm at with it. So we might be in the wilderness years of Doctor Who again, and that scares me as a Doctor Who creator, Doctor Who channel, because I've been making videos about Doctor Who for 12 years now. It's my favorite show in all of time and space, and I've enjoyed this journey on my channel so much, and I've made some incredible lifelong friends from this channel. But what can I do when there's absolutely no news about my favorite show, and I'm in a fandom that doesn't really seem to care about Doctor Who at the moment? Well, I sat down and I came to a decision that next week, I'm launching a brand new series on the channel where I dive deeper into classic Doctor Who. That's right, baby. 7 weeks, 7 Doctors, 7 uploads. That's right, 2 months of content coming your way. Oh, you thought I was done? I'm barely getting started. This show is 62 years old. We've had hiatuses before. This isn't Doctor Who's first rodeo. And also, while I'm here, in case you didn't know, I have a podcast where I post every single week. It's called Who's There? And we are this close to 3,000 subscribers. So go and subscribe over there. No matter how bleak Doctor Who gets, I will always be making content. So yeah, subscribe next week. Classic Doctor Who. We're diving into the classics. Let's do it. Subscribe.